j'espère que vous allez très bien aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler des verbes réfléchis et réciproques, présent et passé. So some of you will recognize this, especially if you speak a different language like Spanish, and some of you will recognize this in the myself, yourself. This is not really something that we have so much in English, but it is not something that is superbly difficult as well. So, what is a reflexive verb? It's something that you're doing to yourself. It's something that one does to oneself. It is not used the same way in English as it is in French, but the equivalent would be something like myself, yourself, herself, etc. For instance, a reflexive verb in French is I wash my hands. Now, we don't say I wash myself the hands in English, but that is basically what they're saying in French. But you can see it is simply an action that is done to oneself. Okay, so let's look at what's reflexive as opposed to what's not. A reflexive, again, is something that one does to oneself. So, wash my hair. You're washing your own hair. He looks at himself. Okay, he's not looking at someone else, he's looking at himself. We are brushing our teeth. You are taking a bath. They are waking up. All of these things are things they're doing to themselves. She goes to bed. She takes herself to bed. On the other hand, all of these sentences, all of these verbs in French are not necessarily reflexive verbs. They're simply, in this case, reflexive actions. So, for instance, you can say, I wash my hair, and because you're doing something to yourself, then it's reflexive. However, if you wash the baby's hair, then it's not something you're doing to yourself, therefore it is not reflexive. Okay? He looks at himself, well, it's reflexive. He looks at them, it's no longer reflexive. We brush our teeth or we brush their teeth. Let's say you have a 3-year-old and you're helping them out there. So we're brushing their teeth, the twins. You're taking a bath by yourself, but then if you give the dog a bath, then that's not reflexive because you are acting on someone else. The action is happening not on the subject, but on an object. Okay, so the person that's doing the action in the reflexive case is doing the action onto himself, and the non-reflexive case, the action is being done to somebody other than himself. They wake up, they're waking themselves up, whereas they wake the kids up is a different thing. She goes to bed or she puts the kids to bed. So you can tell the difference between reflexive and non-reflexive. It's as easy as that. It's not any more complicated in knowing the difference between the two. So what are the reflexive pronouns? This little pronoun on the right is going to be the only thing that determines reflexive versus non-reflexive. And it's going to be put in the same spot. I'm going to show you all about that in just a minute. But je goes with me, tu with te, il, elle with se, nous, vous, and il, se. It's pretty simple because the il, elle singular and the il, elle plural takes the se, the nous, and the vous don't change a thing. And then me and te look like they go with that particular subject. So these are your reflexive pronouns, and this is what's going to determine the only difference between doing something to yourself and doing something to somebody else. Okay, here's some common reflexive verbs to know. Se coucher is to go to bed. Se doucher, to take a shower. Se baigner, to take a bath. Se brosser is to brush. Now you could say je me brosse les dents. You're brushing your teeth. Je me brosse les cheveux. You're brushing your hair, or it could be a variety of other things. Se réveiller is to wake up. S'endormir is to go to sleep. Remember that dormir is an irregular verb, so it's going to follow that conjugation for s'endormir. Se préparer is to prepare oneself, and se dépêcher is to hurry. There are a lot of other reflexive verbs, and there are a lot of verbs that take on the reflexive even though they may not all the time, because you could say elle baigne le bébé, so she is washing the baby or she's giving the baby a bath. So again, these aren't necessarily going to be reflexive 100% of the time. Okay, so let's create some sentences. All you need to know is you have the pronouns and you've got the conjugated verb. The pronoun je me baigne, for instance. Tu te couches à minuit ou à 12 heures. Il, elle, on, qui se lave la figure ou le visage. Same thing. Nous nous déshabillons très vite. Vous vous préparez. Il or elle s'habille pour l'école. I did put an asterisk there just so that you know that the E does drop off on the se in front of a vowel or in front of an H, an unpronounced H like habille. If it's a mute H, it's a little bit different, but we don't have to care about that right now. So the same thing is going to happen with je me and tu te. It does not happen with the nous or vous form. Nous and vous is always quite special. So that's it as far as creating sentences. The only thing that's happened is that you're going to put the me in between the subject and the verb, or the te, or whatever that reflexive pronoun is in between the subject and the verb. And those of you who are already asking about the negative actually goes in front of the me. So it'd be je ne me baigne pas. Tu ne te couches pas. Il ne se lave pas. So the reflexive pronoun sticks with the verb more than it does that noun or the subject pronoun. Okay. There are, of course, some little exceptions floating around because it's French, and the reflexives in the body, you don't use the possessive adjective. So we say, I wash the hair, or I'm sorry, I wash my hair, for instance. They would say, I wash myself the hair. Okay, so je me lave le visage. You would not say, je lave mon visage, or je me lave mon visage. You would say je me lave le visage. Yes, you are going to hear people say je lave mon visage. That is wrong, and it is not overly common, although you will hear it. Nous nous lavons les mains, not nos mains, les mains. So look at it this way. Your body parts are no longer yours in the reflexive. They're not anybody's. They're just their own thing. Ils se brossent les dents. Not leurs dents, but les dents. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of practice here. And of course, you can always pause me. Anytime you look in the dictionary, you're going to see se laver, for instance, se laver or se dépêcher or s'habiller, because that's the way it comes with the se form, because everything is found in the third person singular. So we have to change this, okay? So je and then se laver le visage would become what? 1, 2, and 3. Je me lave le visage. Correct. Nous se brosser les cheveux. 1, 2 et 3. Nous nous brossons les cheveux. Il se dépêchait. 1, 2 et 3. Il se dépêche. Vous se couchez à minuit. 1, 2, 3. Vous vous couchez à minuit. It put minute. My spell check has been giving me such fits, but it's minuit. Elle, and then se préparer. 1, 2 et 3. Elle se prépare. Tu te réveiller. 1, 2, 3. Tu te réveilles. Okay, let's talk about the past tense, le passé composé. The reflexive always uses the verb être. Simple. So remember our 17 verbs. Aller, parti, sorti, venu, descendu, retourné, arrêté, resté, entré, rentré, tombé, né et mort, devenu, revenu, monté, passé. Those are our 17 verbs that use être, and the rest of the verbs use avoir. This, of course, is suspended with the reflexive verbs. The reflexive always uses être. There is no exception. Yay. And the reflexive pronoun goes before the auxiliary verb, être. and it goes before the imperfect verb, which we haven't studied yet. I will go ahead and record it for this video so that you can go back and look at it when we do get to the imperfect. Okay, so I have pulled out as many examples as I possibly could. Je, you've got subject pronoun, reflexive pronoun, auxiliary verb, past participle, and the object. Sometimes I've got the object there, sometimes I don't, and we'll see why in just a minute. Je me suis lavé les mains. Okay, there's our être verb. That's the only thing that's changed here. Tu te, tu t'es. It would be t'es, T apostrophe es, of course. Tu t'es brossé les dents. Il s'est habillé. Il s'est habillé. And you're going to hear the T there because it's bumping up against the A in habillé. Elle s'est habillée. Nous nous sommes lavé les mains. Vous vous êtes brossé les cheveux. Ils se sont lavés. Elles se sont lavé le visage. Now you're probably asking yourself all sorts of questions about the agreement, and we are going to talk about that. But this is just to give you a snapshot of what it might look like because it's quite a puzzle in some ways. So from that slide, you'll notice that sometimes there's agreement with the past participle and sometimes there isn't. So we're going to go back. And you see, for instance, elle s'est habillée has an I on it. It is an être verb. However, elles se sont lavé le visage does not have agreement on it. So what's going on here? Okay. There's always agreement with the past participle when the auxiliary verb être is used, and there's never agreement when avoir is used. However, when using the reflexive, there is agreement with the subject when there's no object there, but there is no agreement when there is an object. Confused yet? Okay, let's go back again and check it out. So, the first example, je me suis lavé les mains. There is an object here, les mains. Okay, so you are not washing yourself, you're washing your hands. And because you're washing your hands, that is the object. The object is your hands, okay? So there is no agreement because there's no agreement with je since you're not washing yourself, you're washing your hands. On the other hand, if you look at the one with elle, which we know has to have agreement because it's elle and it's the passé composé, elle s'est habillée, you do have agreement because she's dressing herself. She's not dressing herself a body part, she's dressing herself. So, elle s'est habillée. On the other hand, let's bump down to the very last one where we have elles se sont lavées le visage. Now, this one's fun because you could just say elles se sont lavées, leaving out le visage. If you say elles se sont lavées, that means they washed themselves or they took a shower or a bath or something like that. So, elles se sont lavées, and that context would have an I and an S because it's feminine and plural. However, they specifically washed their face, and their face is the object. So they're not washing themselves, they're washing the face. No agreement. Elles se sont lavées le visage. All right, so we're going to have a little practice here, but just wanted to point that out to you. Here's some examples first. I washed myself. Therefore, you're going to have agreement if you're feminine. If you're masculine, you don't. So, je me suis lavé. You got dressed. Okay, this is reflexive, no object. So, all of these are going to have agreement in their specific cases. Tu t'es habillé with no I would be masculine. Tu t'es habillé with an I would be feminine. The next one, il s'est lavé, is never going to have an agreement because it's masculine. Elle s'est lavée is always going to have it because it's feminine. Then we have reflexive with an object, so therefore no agreement. Je me suis lavé le visage, I washed my face. Tu t'es brossé les dents, you brushed your teeth. Ils se sont lavés les mains, he washed his hands. Elles se sont brossées les cheveux, they brushed their hair. In this case, we have your reflexive pronoun, we have the être verb, but we don't have agreement because all of those have an object. Okay, let's do some practice. Je se lavais le visage. 1, 2, 3. Je me suis lavé le visage. Absolutely no agreement whether you're male or female. Nous se brosser les cheveux. 1, 2, 3. Nous nous sommes brossés les cheveux. No agreement because of les cheveux. It's an object. Il se dépêchait. 1, 2, 3. Ils se sont dépêchés. It should be the il plural form. I am so sorry about that. Should be the il plural form. I'll have that on your PowerPoint. Vous se couchez à minuit. Vous vous êtes couché à minuit. Could be plural, could be feminine. Remember, vous has all these different forms that it could be. But it is going to have an agreement if it is feminine or if it is plural, simply because à minuit is not an object. It's a prepositional phrase. Or object of preposition, I should say. Elle se préparait. 1, 2 et 3. Elles se sont préparées. Tu t'es réveillé. Tu t'es réveillé. Same pronunciation, certainly different form. Okay, so this is your reflexive with the imperfect. I'm going to leave this up here for just a second and include it in the PowerPoint. So when we do get to the imperfect, you will have this there for your information, and you'll understand it at the time. All right, I hope this helps. À la prochaine. Au revoir.